Hi, I'm Caitlin Cannon, and I am happy to be at Al Spirits and Music on Sunday, since Al Spirits and Music is closed, and we've turned the liquor store here into a venue for concerts and podcasts. And I'm gonna play a couple songs. This is the first one I'm gonna play with my friend Bagby over here. It's called Love Addict, and it's spicy. Ready? One, two. I knew just what I was getting into, knocking on the door of your hotel room, nothing but a jacket and some fluffy shoes. I knew it was on. I heard you say, "Ooh, kata." I knew you were gonna tear your way to me like a present on Christmas Day. I know all about the consequence of getting into bed with you. My heart is saying I don't need that shit. All of my body is saying I do. Babe, I think that you might be the best drug in Tennessee. I don't care what I gotta do to have it. I am your love addict. Sometimes I think nature has got it out for me. Why can't a woman just get the fuck? One night together, gotta fall in love. So hard to find a good man over 40. I know you're lying when you say that stuff. I just got excited, you get it up. Matching the drapes to the furniture, and I'm picking out 1,000-count threads. And you're probably insane or a murderer. But I say to myself, I'll be good when I'm dead. Babe, I think that you might be the best drug in Tennessee. I don't care what I gotta do to have it. I am your love addict. Check that out. Boy, got me jumping, and I know you're hoping. Give me just a little more of that oxytocin, babe. I think that you might be the best drug in Tennessee. I don't care what I gotta do to have it. I'm your love addict, babe. I think that you might be the best drug in Tennessee. And I'm tired of trying to kick the habit. Stop, I'm getting off the wagon. If it's you, I gotta screw at it. I am your love addict. I was like, maybe I'll keep going. Cool, fun jam. So that was, like I said, maybe one of the spicier songs I'll do on this Sunday morning. I was just thinking about singing that song about the best drug in Tennessee, because I live in Nashville now, but I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. That's where I was born. And my brother got in trouble when he was 17, and now he's 52, and he's in prison right over there.
Somewhere in the state.
Yeah. outside of Birmingham. I go there often, but I don't know where I am ever because I do not know how to read a map. But I know I'm close. But I also know that they've shut down visitation. Otherwise, I would try to have seen him on this trip. I always try to like make a visit happen. So anyways, this is a song that I wrote for him. Obviously, he's been in prison a really long time. So I took some liberties with the last verse to make my point. But when I told him I was gonna write a song called Waiting, he said, don't make it about me getting out, make it about his high school sweetheart that he's been in love with since he was 15. So that's like a long time, 3.5 decades to be in love with someone who's not in prison with you. So the song is called Waiting. We were only 15 on the school debate team. I wore a tie, had a face full of braces. You had holes in your jeans, safety pin earrings. Got tired of one side of your hair, you just shaved it. I've never seen a more beautiful thing. Said when you're sick of that asshole you're dating, I will be waiting till things are less complicated. Just waiting. What else would you do for an angel in a couple of years? Cocaine and cheap beer. Thought you might notice me running with that crowd. You weren't around all the night I went out. Got into that trouble they don't let you out of. Decided to fight for the rest of my life to get out of that hell I was caged in. Just waiting till things are less complicated. Just waiting. What else would you do for an angel? So we wrote letters, we talked on the phone, and there were times I didn't feel so alone. See you the weekends when it was approved, but the letters stopped coming, the visits did too. They gave me my pills, a $10 bill. Teeth are half rotten, my carrots all gray. I didn't know anywhere to call home, so I bought these cheap flowers to put on your grave. And I'm gonna spend my days making amends, so now let me come see you in heaven. Till then I'll be waiting till things are less complicated. Just waiting. What else would you do for an angel? You sound so good on that. I love it. I like it that you're like, you're a little scared because you don't know what you do.
No, I'm fine. I just don't.
That's the best though.
You didn't see the perspective, man.
I like them. I like it to sound a little, you know, I like to sound a little in the moment. No, I love playing with you, Ham. Thanks for sitting in. So I played that song at the 38 Songwriters Festival, which also happens outside of Alabama, just outside. It's like Panhandle area, Gulf, I guess, of yeah. I played it, and Jennifer Steele, who runs that festival, she said, "Do you want to do a songwriting program?" They had an art program. They didn't have a songwriting program at the prison in Walton County. And so I started doing this songwriting program, and I created it. And now we've done it for 3 years, and I've trained 8 other people to do it. We go in for 2 weeks, and I work with the guys for 2 weeks. And then at the end of 2 weeks, we have a concert. Well, they're like the hardest working. My class is very hard. It's like, I don't know why I'm hard on them like I am. I think it's because like they're up for it, you know, like they just want you to. I know we're doing a podcast afterwards, but sometimes my song intros are a little long. So anyways, I think it's because the first time I went in there, they were like so hungry. So it's like, if you raise your they want someone to have an expectation of them for them to meet, you know? It's like, I think you just get so sick of not being believed in at all, you know? And so this one kid, Tony, he had the soles of wearing like white shoes like this, probably not Adidas, I don't know, whatever you get in the prison catalog. But they were so old and falling apart that the soles were sewn on. What is this part of the shoe called? The body? I don't know. The shoe, the sole was sewn onto the shoe with like dental floss.
Wow, needs like hundreds.
He needed some new shoes real bad. But anyway, he comes to class like the day before the final concert, and he's like, everything I read is trash. I'm nothing but an addict and a criminal. And I was like, thank you so much for that inspiration. I think I'll make a song out of that. But it led to a really interesting conversation on who somebody is on paper, because it's true that who he is on paper is not a good person. But they come to class with all of these songs spilling out of these composition notebooks, you know, and so who he really is on paper is evidence to me, right?
He's been failed by him.
Yes, yeah. And he's evidenced who he is on paper by working, by doing the work, you know? So I actually wrote this song called Criminal, so there could be another written record of Anthony Corrado. This song is called Criminal. are saving mine.